Well, what is up, everyone? This is Brett Darian, and we are halfway done with 2021. I almost started singing there, but I didn't, so you're welcome. Uh, but if you watched my last collection update via the beginning of the year, so much has changed since that update that I decided to do another mid-year update because so much stuff has changed, gotten a lot more games, and sold some games. So there's a lot of changes, and I just didn't want to wait until the new year of 2022 to show you guys. So I'm going to do a mid-year collection update, and then we'll see what other changes happen later on in the next 6 months. I do plan on doing some more game hunting later this year, so I definitely will be getting more games. But for now, here's an update on all I got. So let's just get started. Okay, so I will try to be brief out here in the den. Still the same TV, Samsung 55-inch 4K, so that hasn't changed. But the two biggest changes out here are, for one, the PlayStation 4 is now standing vertically here like this, instead of sitting here on this shelf like I had it before. So I now have this shelf free for future use. And so now it's sitting here like this. And that light is actually a white light. I think it's showing up blue in the camera, but that's a white light. Still don't have the PlayStation 5. I don't know when I'll actually be able to get one. I was hoping to get one this year, but that may not happen. Hopefully I'll be able to grab one later this year, but it seems like whenever they do restocks of the PlayStation 5, they sell out in seconds because of the bots and scalpers and all that. So I don't know if I'll be able to grab one this year, but hopefully I will. Stay tuned for that, I guess. And the next major change is no Switch. GameStop was doing a deal a few months ago where they were doing same cash value as trade-in credit. They do that occasionally. So I took my Switch and gave it to them, so I no longer have a Switch right now. But that doesn't mean I'm done with the Switch. I will be getting the Switch Pro when it comes out, or the next revision. Whatever the next revision of the Switch is, I will be getting that. So I still have the Switch Pro controller right here. And I still got a couple of Switch games, which I'll get to there in a second. So I'm not done with the Switch. I just traded in my original Switch, and I'll be upgrading whenever the upgrade comes out. So next up, still got the PlayStation VR headset here. I honestly haven't played VR in quite a while. It's still cool, but it's just taken a back seat recently. Still got this cassette deck sitting here, and I use this FM radio here. This is an HD radio tuner, and this is a big stack of like control boxes. So like this is the control box for the PlayStation VR. This is the control box for the HTC Vive VR headset, which is right here. And down below that is the connector box for the TV. And this is an AV selector box that I'm just using to switch between audio sources. And this is the control unit for my speaker system right there. So that's all that. And you got Audio-Technica vinyl record player up there. And here we have the games. On top here we got just a loose copy of Call of Duty World War II for PS4. Kickstarter exclusive Shenmue 3 slipcover, and a Back to the Future 25th Anniversary Trilogy Blu-ray disc without the slipcover, and a PlayStation VR demo disc 2.0. And as for games, these are the physical copies of games I have. These have kind of slimmed down a bit, as you can see. We still got Fallout 4 and Garden Warfare 2. Still got Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. And all three Shenmue games, Shenmue 1 and 2, and Shenmue 3, though I have not played Shenmue 3. I don't know if I ever will. Still got Astrobot. This is a really cool VR game. And Flint Hook. I have not played this either, but this is I do believe this was a limited run game, but maybe it's not, because usually it has that on the cover. And And these are the two Switch games I still have. I still got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and still have Animal Crossing. So I still have two Switch games, and like I said, the Pro Controller. So I'm not done with the Switch, but I look forward to playing again whenever I get the Switch update. And down here we got a few movies still, and I actually have picked up a couple of new movies recently. I usually don't watch movies that much, but sometimes you can find Blu-rays or DVDs for pretty cheap, so I just decided to get these movies. I have watched Paper Towns. I thought it was neat. I haven't watched Jennifer's Body yet, though I have seen a couple of clips on YouTube, and it looked like it was kind of like a fun horror movie, so that's why I picked it up. And still got Inside Out. A lot of these are the same movies I've had. So this is a small collection of Blu-rays here. And also, these are some vinyl record albums. These are the same ones that I've had as well. So you can look at them there if you want to. So that's all for pretty much out here, though there is one more thing I still want to show you, and that is... I'll turn the TV on here, and... these are all of my PlayStation 4 digital games. I usually don't show this, I keep on forgetting to, but these are all of the games I own digitally on the PlayStation 4. So we can see we got Battlefield, BioShock, Costume Quests, some Call of Duties, Farpoint. And a lot of these games I haven't actually played yet, because a lot of these games are like from PlayStation Plus. So, so a lot of these games I haven't even played yet. But yeah, Rise of a Tomb Raider, Stranded Deep, Spelunky, Super Meat Boy, The Sims 4, Trials Fusion, and Until Dawn. And these are the ones I have installed, like Black Ops 3. And Black Ops 4 is going to be a PlayStation Plus game for July, so I'll be adding that here very shortly. And got the Jack and Daxter collection, and Moss, Pinball Arcade, Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare. So yeah, so actually quite a good selection of games here digitally, but unfortunately a lot of these games don't have a physical version to collect for. But yeah, so that's all my games for out here for PS4. So that does it for out here, so we will now go into the other room and see what's changed in there. Okay, so here we are in the office, or game room, and this is the same TV in here as well, though if you watched my Connect Disneyland Adventures gameplay, you'll know that this TV is starting to malfunction, so I'll probably be replacing it soon, but for right now I still have it, and still got the 360 Connect up there. And down here, still got the Xbox 360 here. Still been working pretty well. And the controller is up here, as well as the TV remote. And over here, we got the same component switcher, which is an Impact Acoustics. It has 6 inputs and 2 outputs, which is really neat. And got a HD TV tuner converter up here. Converts your over-the-air to converts it back to analog. And the latest addition is the PlayStation 2. It's got a nice home right here. This is where the Dreamcast used to be at, but now the Dreamcast is sitting up there, and now the PlayStation 2 is right here. So this has worked pretty well, though it already has kind of frozen up on me on one game. But that may just been the game, so hopefully that was just the game and not the system. But overall, yeah, nice to have a PlayStation 2 again. And speaking of Dreamcast, yes, here it is right up here. Still waiting on those Dreamcast component cables, and I really need them right now, actually, because my VGA box, which is right back here, this Kuro VGA box from the Bahar Bros, it seems to be malfunctioning. Like the audio output on it is very, very quiet, and the video signal seems to be kind of messing up as well. So I really need those component cables, because I can't really play Dreamcast anymore using the VGA box, which really sucks. But yeah, Dreamcast is right here. And over here we got the Nintendo 64. And again, this is a modded, this is a mod N64 with the expansion pack, and this outputs RGB over component. I've done videos on that like in 2019. And this compartment here, we have a blue N64 controller, as well as a boxed copy of 40 Winks. And down here, I now have GameCube games. N64 games have been moved over to the black shelf in there, which we'll get to in a minute. But for GameCube games, still the same one. Still got Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Kart Double Dash, Paper Mario, Chibi Robo, which is probably my most valuable game now. Wave Race, Blue Storm, Pikmin, Pikmin 2, and over here we have the 3 Donkey Konga games, or the 3 games that support the DK bongos. So we got Donkey Konga 1, Donkey Konga 2, and Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. And I think there's something back here. Yes, still got this Waybro controller, which is absolutely useless without the wireless receiver, which I lost several years ago and never found. So that's too bad. And I got my gray controller sitting down here, which is my primary controller. So that's N64 stuff. So here in this compartment, we've got all of my Dreamcast games. I think there's one new one here that you haven't seen. So first, starting from the left, we got Magical Racing Tour, we got Hydro Thunder, Pen Pen Triathlon, Speed Devil, Sonic Adventure, Shenmue, Seaman, of course, Sonic Shuffle, Outrigger, 4x4 Evo, and we got Ooga Booga, Looney Tunes Space Race, Wacky Races, a sealed copy of Floyd Brothers, Sturmwind, and this loose copy of Speed Devil's Online Racing, which I have no manual for, unfortunately. And I also got one PlayStation 1 game, and that is this copy of Micro Machines V3. So, really nice. And back there, that's just some music CDs. And also, oh yeah, this is a demo disc for the Dreamcast. This is one of these playable demos from the Dreamcast magazine. It's got some demos and videos on it, and as well as the web browser 2.6. So that's nice to have. And also down here, I also got this. This is a SVHS VCR, and I also put a Blu-ray player in here as well. I found this at a thrift store, and it works perfectly. And this is the remote for it, right there. And this is also the remote for the VCR. And down here, we have the original Xbox. This has been working perfectly. And this is also a fun fact. This is this Xbox was manufactured in 2005, which means it was like one of the very last original Xbox that was made. So this is the latest revision. So this version of the Xbox is supposed to be harder to mod, but this one does have the clock capacitor fixed. So to me, that's more important than the ability to mod. So I'm happy to have this one, and it works just fine. And we got the GameCube over here, and it's been working fine as well. And lots of controllers down here on the floor, but that's just the way it is. When you have a lot of game systems, you got a lot of game controllers. And finally, over here in this cabinet, I just got a couple of loose controllers up there for Dreamcast, and this wire controller here for the 360. And in here, we got a couple of odd accessories. We got 2 Dreamcast VMUs. We got the Sega Dreamcast microphone, which is primarily used for Seaman. And yes, I lost the cover a long time ago when I was a teenager. And this is a little thumb pad for the Xbox 360. And these are screwdrivers. These are game bit screwdrivers to open cartridges and Nintendo consoles. So that's pretty much it for this area now. So now let's go over to the closet here, because that's where most of my stuff is. So this closet here, lots of boxes again. I like to collect boxes. Lots of boxes and lots of VHS tapes. But one thing I forgot to show last time was this right here. This is the Hop Hog HD PVR2 that I have. I've had this a while, and all the cables for it are right here in this bag. And I actually did use this to capture my gameplay footage of the hole in the wall for the Kinect. So that video, I used this to capture it. Actually worked really well. And the rest of these boxes, of a DK Bongos box, and the bongos are actually in this box. PlayStation VR box, PlayStation 4 Pro box. So these are mostly just all empty boxes, so no big deal. But over here, though, we've got the video games. So this is probably where most of the changes are, right here on this shelf. So I now have 2 shelves for original Xbox games, and I now also have 2 shelves for 1064 games, and I got shelves for 360 games, which do not want to stand up for some reason. They keep falling down. Yeah, as you can see there, they just keep falling down. It's probably got something to do with the way the shelf is made. But yeah, so 360 games and a few PS2 games down here. But we'll go through them one by one. So starting on top, we got the Sega Dreamcast mouse and keyboard. I will use these one day when I get a copy of Typing of the Dead, whenever I do. But down here, for original Xbox, we have Black, Rayman Arena, Thrillville, Sims 2, Crimson Skies, Mech Assault 1 and 2, Whiplash, Wallace and Gromit, Dead Man's Hand, Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, Namco Museum, 50th Anniversary, Midway Arcade Treasures 3, Arctic Thunder, Room Zoom, Mad Dash, Apex, Quantum Redshift, Mad Dash, Sega GT 2002. I also got Flat Out and Crazy Taxi, Outrun, Splashdown, Torque, Prehistoric Punk, Crash Tag Team Racing, Crash Nitro Kart, Crash Twinsanity, Burnout 3, Spyro Hero's Tale, and Whacked. Most of these games are complete with their manual. I think there might be maybe 1 or 2 games that don't have a manual. And got a few other games down here. Big Mother Truckers, Forza Motorsport, Juiced, Smashing Drive, Hot Wheels Stunt Track Challenge, Drive for Life, which is a Volvo game, which is a very exclusive game too, because from what I understand, they only gave this game away at Volvo dealerships, so you couldn't buy it at retail, so that's pretty cool to have. And we got Carve and Reckless. So those are all the original Xbox games I own currently. So quite a few changes there. So now, moving on to Nintendo 64. So we'll start off here with Super Mario 64, Donkey Kong 64, Rocket Robot on Wheels, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Yoshi's Story, Mischief Makers, Glover, Rampage World Tour, Bomberman 64, Bomberman Hero, 360 game just dropped again, Blast Corps, Diddy Kong Racing, Mickey Speedway USA, San Francisco Rush Extreme Racing, Cruisin' USA, Cruisin' Exotica, still don't have World yet, Beetle Adventure Racing, California Speed, Wave Race 64, Micro Machines 64 Turbo, Buck Bumble, Perfect Dark, Star Fox 64, and Snowboard Kids 2. And down here we got 4 more. We got Stunt Racer 64. This is a reproduction cartridge. Top Gear Rally, Penny Racers, and Milo's Astrolanes. So, those are all the N64 games I own as of this video. And now, down here to the 360 games. You probably already saw most of these. We got Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts, Blur,
Gears of War 2, Naughty Bear Gold Edition, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Sega Superstars Tennis, Hot Wheels Beat That, Portal 2, and Halo 4. And my collection of 360 Connect games. We got Connectimals and Connect Sports Ultimate Collection, which before I did have sealed copies of Connect Sports Season 1 and Season 2. But this has both those games as well as a code for some added DLC, which that code actually works, so this was actually a really good find. So I now have Connect Sports Season 1 and Season 2, and they're all in here. There's the second disc. So really cool to have those. And again, I also got Hole in the Wall and Connect Disneyland Adventures, Connect Adventures, and Connect Joyride. And finally, PlayStation 2 games. I only have 4 as of right now. But we got Jack X Combat Racing, Escape from Monkey Island, Splashdown, Rise Gone Wild, though unfortunately this has no manual, and Jet X2O. So those are the PlayStation 2 games I have. I will get more, don't worry. But I am searching out for PlayStation 2 exclusive games primarily. And my collection of blank cassette tapes. These are all brand new and sealed, have not been used yet. The ones I have used are in this box here. As you can see, there's a lot of them in there. I like to record. So that's all that. And over here is my little small collection of VHS movies. I might end up actually just giving some of these away, because I probably won't end up actually watching any of these. But they're still cool to have. And Home Alone 2 is actually brand new and sealed still. It's got a Kmart price sticker on it. And this is all the rest of them. So not bad. And Josh and Sam only came out on VHS. It never got a DVD or Blu-ray release. So yeah, so that is all of my collection right here. And some more sealed blank VHS tapes. So the last thing that I have to show you guys is my Steam collection. Since I showed my digital games I have on PlayStation 4, I figured I may as well show the games I have on Steam. So these are all of my games that I have on my PC on Steam. It says I have 66 in total. So you see here we have games like Alan Wake and Among the Sleep. I did a full playthrough of that on Halloween last year. And got Bioshock Infinite, Borderlands 1, 2, and 3. I put a lot of hours into Borderlands. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Chex Quest. Some of these games are just demos. Like the Foo Show is just a free game. It's a free VR game. And this is Flat Out Ultimate Carnage. Had in Time, Homefront, Left 4 Dead 2, Portal 2. So yeah, lots of games on here as well. Though, I mean, not a very large collection. I don't really game on PC that often, but I do tend to enjoy it when I do, so. And very quickly about the PC itself, I built this PC like 9 years ago, so I have been thinking about finally just building me a whole new computer, but I'm still torn about it, because this one is still serving me pretty well. It's got an i7 3770K quad-core Intel processor. It's got 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's got an EVGA 1070 graphics card. And so it still works pretty well, but one day I will eventually upgrade it, so. But anyway, guys, so that is everything as of July of 2021. So I look forward to what games I will get the second half of the year, and I will definitely hope to see you back here for my next collection update video, which will be in January of 2022.
So thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you like this video by giving it a thumbs up. And I will see you guys next time. And thank you for watching.